Present value PV. Present value is the current value of a stream of future cash flow. PV analysis is used to value a range of assets from stocks and bond to real estate and annuities. PV can be calculated in Excel with this formula, that is equal to PV inside the bracket rate, NPR, PMT, FV and type. Rate means interest rate per period. NPR is number of payment period. PMT is amount paid each period. So here PMT, if omitted, it is assumed to be 0 and FV must be included. FV is future value of investment. If FV is omitted, it is assumed to be 0 and PMT must be included. Type. Type is when the payment is made. If payment is made at the end of the period, then we can put 0 or it can be omitted. If payment is made at the beginning of the period, then we have to put 1. One more thing here we have to understand is the net present value NPV is different from PV. And because NPV takes into account the initial investment amount which PV does not. Okay, let's understand clearly with an example. If you expect to have 50,000 in your bank account 10 years from now with the interest rate of 5%, you can figure out the amount that would be invested today to achieve this. Okay, so here interest rate is 5%, number of years is 10 years, future value is 50,000, compounding period is 1. Okay, now let's calculate. Is equal to PV inside the bracket. Here you can see all the prompts. Okay, the first it's saying rate. So rate will click comma. Next is NPR. Select it and comma. Next is PMT. Here we don't have PMT, so we'll omit it. Next is FV. FV is 50,000. We'll select it. And type. Here we can pay towards the end of the end period. So you can just omit it. So we got the value, this value. So this is the present value. Present value calculated here is to be minus 30,695.66. Since you need to put this amount into your account now, it is considered as cash outflow. So it is showing negative value. Okay, here this value is showing as positive value. Suppose if future value is showing as negative, then this value will be shown as positive. Okay, so here what we have to understand is any money paid out, that is outflow, should be a negative number, while money which is paid in, inflow, is positive number. Let's understand clearly with one more example. We have an annuity that makes periodic payment of 5,000 every quarter for 5 years with a 10% interest rate. Payment are made at the period beginning. So here two things we have to notice is every quarter and payment made at the period beginning. Okay, now annual interest is 10%. Okay, so every quarter it will be 10 by 4%. Now periodic payment is 5,000, it is given here. Number of period is 5 years quarterly. So 5 into 4, which is 20. Compounding period is 4 because it is given as every quarter. Let's calculate now here. Is equal to PV inside the bracket rate is 10% divided by 4. Next is NPR is 20. Here PMT is 5,000. FV we can omit Next is type. Type is here, it is given as big at the period beginning. So we have to put 1. Okay. So this is the present value we got. So this amount we'll have to, this is the present value. If required to purchase this annuity, we have to pay the present value this. Okay. Here, two things we have to remember. See, there we can get error value error if non-numerical value is entered. And one more common mistake which we see is converting the annual interest rate into a periodic interest rate or as payment are made. If omitted, it can result in error. Okay.